Hello guys, we are back. We're home from the Griswold family vacation. Thank God. It was a good time though. We had a good trip this year. But this is the time of year we start really picking up steam on this project. Summertime's hard with the haying and all that good stuff you guys keep hearing me whining about. But for those of you new to the channel, my name's Jim. And we're in the middle of building a timber frame barn for the we're into our second year right now. Now actually, really we're into our first full year of actually putting the thing up. But a lot of interruptions, the beat goes on. But anyhow, this is the time of year where I regroup, I reorganize, and I really hit this thing hard. And I'm at a point now to where we're very, very close to the final bent. I did get the last beam, or the wall post cut before we went out of town here last week, so I've just got to do a little bit of buttoning up. It's probably going to be a short video tonight. I've got a lot of cleanup to do. It looks like a tornado hit this thing again, and with all the rain, all the sawdust I didn't have cleaned up before we left, stuck to everything. So that's all we're doing tonight, guys, but I'm trying to keep you guys up to date as we go and as we keep moving along, so stay tuned. So I want to show you guys why they call sapwood the bugwood. It's especially true when you get into pine, white pine, red pine. I haven't dealt with southern yellow pine much, so I couldn't tell you. But a lot of your pines can be very susceptible to this kind of thing. Now, these right here are caused by wood boring grubs. Alright. Now you see where they kind of stop right there at the heartwood? So you got sapwood right here. You can tell by the discoloration. This I milled 2 years ago. And these slabs have sat outside since, which I'm happy to report. Not a bit of rot in these things, which makes me happy because I am getting concerned about the time this is taking. But anyhow, you get these wood boring grubs quite a bit when you do not debark your logs soon after you cut them down. Now it could be a healthy tree completely free of insects and everything else, but when you go to cut trees down, you're skidding them through the woods, you end up ripping some bark off. When you create the weak spots in that bark, that's when the bugs get in. So you really want to keep your eye on that. When you get these logs home, debark them as quick as you can. If you let them sit for a month, you're going to get these grubs in there. You let them sit for 2 months, they're really going to get in there. You know, that's one reason. Now, these particular logs were amongst the first that I had milled, and I'm assuming, because when I got these here, I debarked them fairly quickly. Some of them I did not, but the ones that I debarked when they first arrived were full of those grubs. That tells me that when the logger cut these down, the one that I bought I bought 2 loads of logs for this barn. The rest I got fortunate enough and found a woodlot filled with white pine where gentlemen's been willing to let me come in, pay him stumpage and cut what I want. But if you're buying your logs from a logger for one of these projects, anything you're going to build, if you're going to mill your own lumber, and you're forced to buy the logs because you don't have them on your property, make sure you specify to that logger you do not want logs that have been sitting on a landing all summer long or all spring. Wintertime, they're not going to get in there on you when the ground's frozen if you live in the northern climates, but spring, summer, fall, you really got to watch those grubs. They will eat and eat and eat, and then they're going to stay in that log, and when they hatch, they're going to lay more eggs. I mean, when they come out of their cocoons and turn into whatever the hell it is they turn into, they're going to lay more eggs. They will wreak destruction on your lumber. So whether you're milling timbers, whether it's just rough cut green lumber for your own projects, building sheds or whatever, things like that, debark those logs. But if you're going to use them and you have wormholes in them, the best thing you can do, you want to get some borax, some borates, get your solutions. There's some, I'll look up the product names. Usually I'll just grab like 20 Mule Team borax, mix it up in a pump sprayer with some water, and spray everything down. And I'm probably going to hit the entire frame of this before I enclose it, because that'll help keep a lot of the insects from getting into it. A lot of people wonder what can you do to deter the insects. Borax, that's a good way of doing it, and there's probably some of you viewers who have some better ideas on that. Feel free to put them up there. But so what I was working on tonight, I had to get cleaned up in here. Left town in a hurry last week, you know, had to escape on the Griswold family vacation, and so a lot of the mess was left. I got in a hurry, got towards the end, ran out of time. But so tonight we just cleaned up from that. I had these 4x20s or whatever the hell they are. These are about 22 feet long. Start cutting these into girts. I did not throw them on the sawmill because I was very unhappy. Every time I've tried to cut narrow pieces like this on the sawmill, they get kicked out of square on me, and it drives me nuts. I've got to think up with some better clamping mechanisms for that sawmill, but that's for another time. Right now it's more important to make progress on this barn. So anyhow, throughout the week we're going to keep working on this. We're going to be standing the final bent here pretty quickly. I said at the beginning of the video we're very close to that. Some of these girts are going to go towards that, and then it's on to the second floor, guys. So keep watching. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your comments, your thumbs up, your subscriptions. Very much appreciated, guys, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Take her easy.